fifth segment is all about company database, right? So 5 entities: employee, department, day, location, product, and works on table. We have to create all these 5 tables and following with these attributes, right? So the issue here in this schema, right, we are going to face between only 2 tables, that is employee and department, correct? So while creating the table, right, if we can create the table, no issue with the creating the table, right? But after while creating the table, we need to specify some of the constraints, right, like primary key and foreign key. We will not face any issue with the primary key, okay? We will face only issue with the foreign key while creating the table. Okay, what is that issue? How it going to be give an issue here in this employee table, department table, right? So here in this table we have super SSN and department number. These two attributes are acting as a foreign key, right? If it is acting as a foreign key means somewhere or the other attribute it should referring, right? So it is referring to the SSN attribute. It is referring to SSN attribute. Okay, and while creating the employee table, we can add the super SSN. There is no issue with super SSN also, right? We can directly we can use super SSN foreign key referring to this SSN primary key, correct? But when it comes to the department number, this department number is referring to this department of the department table, right? If we try to create this table first, we need this table info, this attribute information, means this is referring to this table. So this table should be created first, right? Okay, fine. We decided that we're going to start with the creating table for department. Now in the department table also we have a manager SSN. This is acting as a foreign key. It is referring to the SSN of the employee table. Means to add it is as a foreign key to the constraint while creating the table, we can't, because this table is not yet created, because the primary key is not only created, means this is referring to some other table. The table is doesn't exist only in the database, correct? So what we're going to do, we're going to first we're going to create the table. We're going to add the primary key, but foreign key will not add. We have one more option, right? If we missed adding any of the attribute to be constraint, we can add it by explicitly, correct? We can add it by explicitly. So by using alter table command, we are going to add this manager SSN as a, we can make it as a foreign key. So first we're going to create this table randomly, and department number we're going to create the table, but we are not going to add it as a foreign key. And here we're going to do it this one, right? Then later by using the alter command, we're going to add it as a foreign key. Okay, we're going to add this manager as a foreign key. This is clear. So employee table, department table, whichever table you're going to create first, we have to see whether that attribute is referring to some other table. If the table is having, it is referring, the table is exist, then only we can add that table's attribute to act as a foreign key. So in this, it is this issue has been cleared. How? By adding any of the one attribute by using explicit command, that is alter command. We're going to use that one. We're going to add that foreign key externally to the already existing table. Next, delocation, d number and delocation both are acting as a primary key and also a foreign key. First we're going to make it as a primary key, then this referring to this table, and this is not any referring to any other table. Okay, only d number is referring to the department table. When it comes to project table, p number, p name, p location and department number. So p number is the primary key and department number is the foreign key. It is referring to the department table. Works on SSN and project numbers. This is referring to here. This is referring to employee table. Okay, this is how we're going to create the table, right? After creating the table, next inserting the value, right? Inserting the value, right? So if we start inserting the value for the employee table or the department table, the same issue what we are facing in the while creating the table, right? The same issue is going to face here while inserting the value also. So what we have to do? We're going to add these two values, super SSN department number, later. We can go to add these values later. How? We're going to create the values. We're going to insert the values only till till salary, and we are placing super SSN and department number as null. because these two are prime foreign key. We can insert null value for the foreign key. It is valid. So by using update command, we're going to update these values. Okay, a table is already created, and for some attribute the values is there, but for few attribute, if value is not there, means by using update command we can insert the value to the already existing table attributes. Okay, till here we have seen in the last class. If it is clear, then we're going to move with the queries. Okay, yeah, the first query says that here make a list of project, make a list of all project, not only project, make a list of all project numbers for projects that involve an employee whose last name is Scott. See, here in the one query, we have to retrieve multiple values. Means to retrieve multiple values from the table, we need to give more queries. Means we have to write the more queries in the one simple problem statement. In problem statement, what is it? Make a list of all project number. We have to make list of all project number, right, for projects that involve an employee whose last name is Scott. Nothing but we have to retrieve the project list where the Scott has been worked. And whatever project he has worked, we have to list all those project number. Okay, then this is the one query we have to write. Right. Along with this, we have some query also in the same thing. Either as a worker, means when he is a worker, when he is as a normal employee, how many project he has worked, and also when he has been a manager, how many project he has worked. Right, of the department that controls the project. Means we have to take the department information also, to on which department he is acting as a manager, that project information, and when he was an employee, normal employee, that project information we have to retrieve. Okay, here what we have to retrieve here, first we have to list the number of project in which Scott has been worked. Okay, in the project, how many project he worked as a employee, nothing but as a worker, and in how many project he worked as a manager. Right, means here we have to write the two queries. One query when Scott is working as a normal employee, and another query when he's working as a manager. Correct. So the Scott information, where we'll get the Scott information. Nothing, last name is Scott. In the employee table, I will get the employee information, that is Scott information. Then project information I will get from the project table, right? So here we have to use three tables. One table is from project, second table department, because in which department, to which department is acting as a manager, and in department table we have a manager information, right? So manager information will get from the department table. Then controls the project, and to which department is acting as a manager, that is also will get from the department table and the project. Here we have to use four table, one table for project, second department, employee, and works on. Correct. From employee table we'll get the information of the Scott, and from department table you'll get the manager information, and from the works on table on which project, how many, means on which project is working, right? That information I will get from the works on table, right, and from employee table. So actually we are going to use four table, right? First, which query we have to write? Either we can write when he is acting as a normal employee, or we can when he is acting as a manager, right? So this query is there in your syllabus also, explained in the theory class, correct? So while nested query, in the nested query concept, we have the same example. In place of Scott, they are given Smith. That's it. In place of Scott, they are given Smith. Here in the query, they are given Scott. I hope this query is clear. Means what we need to write for this query. Correct. First, we need to retrieve the Scott information, that is on which project is working as a normal employee, on which or project you work as a normal worker, and other project numbers on which he is acting as a manager. You have to write those two queries. With this query, we'll get the result, and this query will get the result. We have to use union operator. Okay, union operator, and what result we'll get, that is the output, right? You don't concentrate on this part. Okay, don't what notice this program, this query. Okay, you just see. Okay, first, what I need from this table, list of project number, right? You know, right, how to write the query. Select from where. In select, what attribute value you want to retrieve, that should be there in the select class. Correct? Select from where. These are the three classes we're going to use while writing any of the query. Correct? So in select class, what will be there? Attribute list. What attribute value we need to take, what we need to retrieve as the output, that attribute name we have to give in the select class, right? And select next from which table we need to retrieve that attribute value. First, we need to retrieve the attribute value, that will be going to specify in the select clause. In the from clause, from which table we're going to retrieve that attribute value, right? From which table we're going to retrieve that attribute value, we're going to write that in the from table. Where table, if we have any conditions, okay, while retrieving the value from the table, right? If the query satisfies any of the condition, that condition we're going to write in the where clause. Correct? These are the three clauses we're going to use while writing any of the query in the SQL. Three basic clauses. Select from where. Later, the condition I said, right? In where part, we're going to write conditions. In that conditions, we're going to see many concepts of the DBMS. Right? That is the how we're going to write the query. Correct? As many of them were having confusion how to write the query. Correct? So only three clauses we're going to write the query. We're going to use to write the query when you select from where. If you're perfect with three clauses, these three clauses, you can write any queries by saying the question, right? So first, select what attribute list you want to retrieve. That we're going to specify in the select clause. From which table you want to retrieve that value, that we're going to specify in the from table, in the from clause. Then last one is where, right? On which condition. Okay, if you want to apply any condition on the table for retrieving the values, that condition is going to write in the where clause. Correct? In where we're going to apply the condition. Means these many concepts we're going to apply in the where condition. Correct? So here, first we're going to retrieve the Scott information, means nothing but the project information is working as a manager. First we will consider it as a manager. Then later we're going to check for the employee, normal employee. Then we're going to use union operator. Right? Union, either both sides should be the same value. Right? So then we're going to consider that value. Correct? Then see, first manager, right? Here, by seeing this table, the manager information, where I will get from the department table. Right? Then last name is what? Scott. That information I will get from the employee table. So obviously, if you are trying to retrieve the information of the Scott, whether he's acting as a manager or not, these two tables are going to be involved for retrieving the manager information. Correct? I will repeat, to retrieve the manager information, I need this information. So that is in the department table. That is in the department table. Next, in employee table, last name, right? Who is the manager? First I need to find out, right? Who is the manager? That what is the name of that manager? That information I will get in the employee table. How I will get? With the SSN number. Right? In order to compare whether this Scott is manager or not, only one way, that is SSN. This is the comparison operator, comparison attribute. This is the comparison attribute. So we have to involve like e.ssn equal to mgr ssn. One thing. Correct? So I will repeat, for we are trying to write the query for which one? Project, means I am trying to retrieve the Scott when acting as a manager. Right? These two information I need. Right? So that information where I will get from the department table and from the employee table, correct? So in these two table, right, only one attribute that we're going to compare the whether it is a manager or not, right? We can use department number also, because department number are same here. We can use this attribute as a what? Joining attribute or comparison attribute. Only for joining attribute we're going to use department number. But here the question is what? I no need of joining these two tables. I want to compare this SSN with SSN, whether he is a manager or not, and that SSN last name is Scott. Only these things I am keen to know. Correct? Here, for example, SSN is 0101. You're going to check last name is Scott or not. That information I will get from these two tables, employee department. How I will get? So I'm going to compare the SSN number. Correct? I'm going to compare the SSN number between department table and the employee table. Later, then on which department, to which department the Scott is a manager, that information also I need, right? Because in the query they have asked on which department is controlling, on which department he is controlling, correct? Then that information I will get from the department number, correct? So we go for that. I am going to compare the department of the employee table and the department table, these two, right? For comparing the SSN number, we're going to compare these two, whether that person is valid person or not, and this last name is Scott. To compare, to check whether he is a Scott or not. For that I'm going to compare this and last name equal to Scott. And one more condition is that whether he belongs to which department, whether when he is a manager means to which department he is a manager. That information also I need, right? To get that information, I'm going to compare department number and department, right? All these conditions where we're going to give, in the where clause, correct? In from clause, I need project number, correct? We are trying to retrieve the project number of the Scott. He acting as a manager. So I don't need his name, last name, address, anything. I am only interested with the project number. So I need that information. So I'm going to write that in the from table. From project number, P number, select P number from table. Those table I will get from the employee, department, and the project. Why I'm involving project? I'm trying to retrieve the project number, right? So how it going to be how we are going to take the project number? Through department number, through this department number. Once the department number is controlling department number 5, right? So all department number 5 project number is going to be take, right? How are we going to take? And each project that SSN should also compare. Here we have to compare 3 things. One is that department number and department number, SSN and SSN. Then once this condition is true, then I can easily find out the project number from the table, from project table, correct? So in select project number from employee, department, project, where D dot department, we can take this one. D dot department number equal to E dot department number, D dot manager system equal to E dot manager system, and last name is Scott. If you write this query, you're going to get the list of project number where the Scott has worked as a manager, right? Select distinct project number. Why it is distinct? Because if on same project number, if we add the same project number multiple times, so we can take project number as a distinct. If the same value has been repeated more than one time, it will consider it only one time. Only one value, one time is going to consider that value, right? Select distinct P dot project number. Why we have given P here? Because while finding out one more query, right? Whether you are working as a list of project number, you are working as a worker. There also I am going to use the same project number, right? In order to avoid that confusion, I am giving the alias name for the attribute. So select distinct P dot project number from project, department, employee, correct? From these 3. Next, I am going to get the value, right? So where D dot department number equal to P dot department number. Why? I'm going to compare these two in order to find out, in order to retrieve the project number. When I'm going to retrieve the project number, when these condition has been satisfied. Once this condition satisfies here, when this and this are equal and last name is Scott, then department number is we're going to check, and the department is here, right? From this and this, I'm going to take the project number, right? That indicating that in this, on this project, this manager is working. He has worked on this project, correct? First, we're going to compare these two. Then, after comparing, if these are equal, then we're going to check with the last name, is Scott or not. If it is done, if it is compared, it is true, then we're going to compare the department number and the department number of the project table, because in between these two tables we have only one comparison operator, same comparison attribute value, attribute name, that is department number, department number. By these two only we can easily find out the project number, correct? See here. So select distinct P number from project, department, employee, where D dot department number equal to P dot department number and D dot is equal to E dot SSN, and last name is Scott. Right, we get some result here. This is the result we got. Right, we're going to check here. Right, see D dot number equal to P dot number. Check here. Department and department number in the project table, correct? So here D and P, we are comparing with the department and the project number, right, on the project table. Department 1, here going to start comparing here. Yeah, we have 1 here, so it is equal. This condition satisfies. Next is what? Manager SSN equal to ESSN, right? Department and employee table. The department table manager SSN is what? Here RNS ACC02. We're going to compare this value with the employee table. It is there in this table. Obviously, it is there because it is acting as a primary key, foreign key. These values only we are going to give here. Means this value obviously somewhere at one place it will be there in the employee table. So we have to check that one. RNS ACC02. RNS ACC02. Right. Next is what? Next condition is what? Last name is Scott. When this condition satisfies, you have to check with the last name. Here last name is what? Kumar. So condition fails here. So the next process will not done. So we're going to check with the next number. Project number, sorry, department number 2. Department number 2, here it is there. Right, department. Now the condition is 2. Next, you have to check with the manager SSN with the employee SSN. RNS IT01. RNS IT01. So this condition also satisfies. Last name is what? Here HR, but we are looking for Scott. So again, this condition also not satisfied. Next, department number 3. So it is 3, right? So 3 condition is true. We start with the employee. Comparison between these two, right? So 3 is what? RNS ECE01. RNS ECE01, where it is EC, it is there. It is ECE01, right? And the condition last name is what? Scott. Yes, it is true. Here, all 3 conditions are satisfying. One is department number, it is true. Then SSN manager, it is true. Last name is what? Scott. Then we're going to compare. We have compared here, right? Department number 3 and project numbers, department number 3. And what is the project number in the department number 3? Means for department number 3 on which project number? 103. Means what it indicating? In project 103, the Scott has been worked as a manager. So we got the result as project number 103. If you go on comparing the value, same thing, 4, here it is 4, right? Then take this imagination, compare here, last name you will get something. In the same way 5, we're going to check here 5, check this imagination, last name is Sunny. Only project number 103 in which the Scott has been worked as a manager. We got project number 103 as the result for this query. As a result for this query. Right. Next, we have to one solution we got here for this query. Next is what? Again, we have to find out the project number, list of project, in which the Scott has worked as a worker. Now we no need that manager SSN, right? We no need manager SSN. We have a SSN in the works on table. In the if you compare works on table with the employee table, right? We can easily find out the project number and SSN. No need of comparing again with the department number and the project number. We need department number when on which department he is working. That is done, right? That is when he is manager, we need department number. But here when he is an employee, we don't need department number. Just we are concentrating only on the what project number. Okay, so that easily I will get in the works on table, that is SSN and project number. So what we have to do here, we got the SSN and project number both in the project table, sorry, in the works on table, correct, SSN and P number, and we are going to compare with the employee. Okay, directly going to compare the see here, pair project number, that is project table project number, and the works on table project number, because we are trying to do the project number only, so we have to compare with the project numbers, right? So works on table project number and the project table project number, and w.ssn and e.ssn. Why we need to compare works on SSN and the employee SSN? We have to find out last name Scott or not, right? Once we compare this and this, it is done. We're going to compare the last name. If it is Scott, then we're going to take this project number. In this project is working, right? I will repeat. See, in whether he is working as a normal employee, here we don't need the department information, because in earlier he is working as a manager. That manager SSN is the department table. That's why we are using the department. But in this table, in the second query, what we need, we directly need the project information of the Scott. Either simply is a worker, no need of any department information. So what we have to do, we have to concentrate only on the project number in which the Scott has worked, right? How to get that one? How to get that information? In the works on table, I get the information of both project number and SSN. In this SSN, anywhere one of the SSN is of Scott, right? One of the SSN is of the Scott. Okay, I'm directly able to get this SSN and project number, right? If last name is Scott is not there, means I know it employee table also. Directly I can get from the works on table, right? So we're going to find out whether one of this is SSN number and going to take this project number. But here one more condition is that last name should be Scott, right? So for that reason, I'm going to compare this SSN with the employee, right? Here, one of the SSN is of the Scott. Once we find out, we're going to compare to reconfirm that one, whether he is a Scott or not, correct? So how to write this one? First, we're going to compare the project table and this project information, right? P dot and works on project, right? So here we're going to compare this one, project number 100 and 100, right? So from that, we are going to get this department number also, whether he is working for the department or not. Okay, see here from project table, first we're going to compare the project information 100 and 100, it is equal. Then going to compare the SSN number, RNS CSC 01. Check here, RNS CSC 01. Yeah, it is there. And last name is Smith. But I don't need Smith, I need Scott. So from that we have to check here. Next, check here 100. Yeah, I have one more 100 here. RNS CSC 02. RNS CSC 02. Last name is Baker. Next, check here one more 100. RNS CSC 04. RNS CSC 04. Last name is Hegde. Correct. So this is how we're going to compare each and everything, right? So once we while comparing, somewhere we get the Scott information, right? That is where in which Scott information will get on project 103 and 102. Okay, just directly I will show here project 103. While comparing like this, we end up with here now. Okay, 103 and 103 condition is true. Next, RNS ECE 01. RNS ECE 01 condition is, both conditions are satisfying. Next, last name is Scott, right? So on 103 he is working as a normal employee. In project 103 he is working as a normal employee also, and as a manager also. Next, 102, check here 102 means RNS ECE 01. Just check here RNS CSC 06. RNS CSC06, last time is SN, right? Scott here, right? RNS CSC03. RNS CSC03 102. See, RNS CSC03 last time is Scott. Means here for this second query, we got the result on two projects. He has worked as a normal employee. That is 103 and 102. After getting the result for these two queries, we are going to perform union operator. Right? 103, 103, 102. So 103, 103. This is what common. So 103 and remaining is 102. What it indicating on project 103 and 102 on these two projects, the Scott has worked as a manager and also as a employee. This is how we need to find out the how to write this first query.